I've talked about these before, but they are phenomenal. And those are my Target hand washing cloths. I think that's what they're called, dishcloths. They are so durable. And I think it's because they are 100% cotton. But this is something that, like, if something was to happen to these little guys, like, I would go out and purchase more right away. I have about 6 of them. They come in a pack of 2. I got them in black because they are very forgivable in black when it comes to like tomato stains, curry powder, turmeric powder. I cook with a lot of herbs that tend to stain. So that's basically why I went with black. And like I said, super easy to clean, easy to fold and put away. I dry them on medium heat with all my other reusable items. No shrinkage. I have no complaints about these cloths. I honestly can't see me having my kitchen without these because I do cook a lot. I'm constantly washing my hands. And these are my go-to cloths when I'm running around the kitchen. When it comes to my other reusable cloths, we use those for napkins. So I was going through those a lot, and that's why I decided to purchase these cotton cloths, because it saves me time with constantly doing laundry. It also saves me money because we do have to pay for laundry here, unfortunately. By having a few extra dishcloths that are thick and durable, I don't have to do laundry all the time when it comes to reusable napkins. Now, is this an item you can buy? Yes and no. So one of my favorite items that I love is reusable jars. I think I have a little bit of an obsession these days. When I purchase tomato sauce or if I purchase jam, it always comes in these beautiful glass jars. Once when we're done with those food items, I take the label off. What I do to take the sticky little, I don't know what you want to call that, the residue, I just add a little bit of olive oil in a little dish with some baking soda, mix it around. It creates a nice thick paste. Layer that over the sticky residue, let it sit overnight, rinse it off in the morning, and the stickiness is gone. So that's what I've been doing with all of my jars. I think it works so much better than all the other methods out there. And also, instead of purchasing another cleaner just to get that stuff off, all of our jars that we have are most likely from either Trader Joe's, Whole Foods. Like, they had food in them before. I think when it comes to like the glass jars that I have for the spices, all of them once were tomato sauce. I use the tomato sauce from Whole Foods because it doesn't have any crappy ingredients in it, unlike the other commercial tomato sauce does. So I know I get questions a lot on where did I get those glasses from. I can't link them because they're just the tomato sauce jars from Whole Foods. Also, when it comes to our cups, I noticed when we had family members over, we didn't have a lot of cups. So I reused like 2 salsa jars that we had. And we have these 2 like long jars, like glass jars. Those were from a restaurant actually. And no, I didn't steal them. The restaurant that we went to, I think it was called Press Cafe. You know, you walk in, you grab your juice. They don't bring a juice or a drink to you. You grab the juices at like the juice bar. So these were already like pre-made juices. You know, I caught my eye on the glass. So I was like, all right, when we're done with this, we're taking the glasses home. I didn't have to pay any money to buy extra drinking glasses. So when someone comes here, they are getting a reusable jar to drink out of. No one really says anything. I mean, it's just a jar. I didn't want to purchase a wood cutting board. I used to work in a kitchen for a very, very long time, and I hated cleaning wooden cutting boards. It was always like a process, and I just didn't want that in the house. I know they're natural and I know it's more eco-friendly, but I did go to Home Goods. I think it was in like June I went to Home Goods, and I was looking through all of their cutting boards. They do have a lot of wooden cutting boards. I don't even know if it's real wood, to be honest, because it is Home Goods at the end of the day. Most of Home Goods things is for looks, unfortunately. But I digged around for a little bit, but I did find this one, which I absolutely love. It is much bigger than the one that we used to have. And let me remind you guys, the one that we used to own, we owned it for like 10 years. Well, my partner actually owned it. It was his. And then when I moved in, we just kept it. So it was definitely time to change the cutting board, and I went with something bigger. And this one is made out of, I believe it's made out of plant-based material. It's BPA free and it's dishwasher safe. So I absolutely love it. Every time I cook, even if I'm not like cutting things, I just use the cutting board next to me while I'm cooking. So instead of purchasing like a ladle, you know, the ladle holders and all that other extra gadgets, I just use the cutting board for like a placemat or like, you know, to not make a mess. I'm laughing to myself right now because this is how you know I'm in my 30s, when I get excited about talking about big cutting boards. Like 21-year-old Kira would have been like, what? You don't want to go to the club? No, I want to cut things on my new cutting board. Now this one is not for everybody, but I'm so grateful that my mother-in-law gave me this because I was purchasing pre-made frito or totones from the grocery store, and I've talked about this before where I'm trying to stay away from canola oil, any type of vegetable oil I'm trying to stay far away from. So when it comes to making frito or totones or empanadas, we use our own oil, which is avocado. Avocado oil is amazing to fry things if you want, you know, some junk food every now and then. We don't fry things all the time, but when it came to buying pre-made totones, I didn't like that it was made with canola oil. So my mother-in-law visited Dominican Republic. She came back with a plantain presser. I think that's what it's called. Honestly, I don't know the true name of it, but this thing is like heavy duty. Like, I wish that we had items like this in the US. I wish we had items where it was made to last. Like, you can tell that this was made from real metal. It's easy to use and I love it. It just saves me so much time because for the longest time, you guys, I was using a cup to smash the plátano to fry it. For those that get it, then you feel my struggle because sometimes like things will get stuck on the cup and then you have to wipe it off and then try to smash it again, but now it's wet and sometimes it's a nightmare. So now you have like the plátano like falling apart. But anyways, this saves me so much time. It's so easy to clean, and like I said, it's extremely durable because it's made out of metal. So I just wanted to mention this because it's been one of my favorite items. I also freeze, like whatever I don't fry, I freeze it. So when we want, you know, frito or totones again, we can just fry them. So instead of me purchasing pre-made, pre-fried, I do it myself with my little presser and my avocado oil. And the last thing that is one of my favorite items, I don't want to make this video too long, but that is my, it's like a 2-in-1. That is my dish soap and dish pods. They're both non-toxic. They're both unscented. I am not a fan of having my dishes smell like lemon breeze, strawberry island, tropical punch. Like, I don't want my dishes to smell like this, because what had happened in the past was my food was tasting like lemon breeze, tropical punch. So I don't think it's healthy to have scented soap or anything like that when it comes to doing dishes. So this has been one of my favorite items. I looked high and low for a brand that wasn't filled with crappy ingredients, and it is so hard to look for a brand that is priced right, you know, for your budget and also clean. So I think I narrowed it down. The dish pods that we use, I get from Amazon. I'll have everything linked down below, not sponsored. On that note, you guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down below, what are your favorite items in your kitchen as a minimalist?